Imagine a small town in Indiana, Darlington, population 847, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone, where families feel safe, where nothing bad ever happens. Now picture the Worley family. Jason, 30 years old, software engineer. Brandy, 29, stay-at-home mom. Two beautiful children, Tyler, 7, and Charlie, 3. From the outside, they looked like they had it all. The American dream, right? But you know how it goes. The prettiest pictures hide the ugliest secrets. Jason and Brandy's story started in 2007. They fell in love fast, got engaged quickly, married in 2009. That same year, Brandy got pregnant with Tyler. But the pregnancy went wrong. Tyler was born 10 weeks early. Those first weeks in the NICU were terrifying. Watching their tiny baby fight for his life changed something in them. They made a promise to each other, a sacred vow. No matter what happened between them, no matter what fights they had, what problems they faced, the children would always come first. Before their marriage, before themselves. The kids came first. Always. For 7 years, they kept that promise. Tyler grew into a bright, energetic boy who loved building things and going to school. In 2013, they had Charlie, a sweet little girl who loved to dance and adored her big brother. Everything looked perfect, but inside that house, something was rotting. October 2016, Jason notices something strange. Brandy puts a password on her phone. They've been married 7 years. They've never had secrets like this. When he asks her about it, she gets defensive, says she just wants privacy. You know that feeling, right? When your gut tells you something's wrong, but you don't want to believe it? So Jason starts paying attention, really paying attention. Brandy's always on her phone now, smiling at texts, switching screens when he walks into the room, and she's gotten close with their neighbor, a 51-year-old man who lives just a few houses down. Too close. Jason doesn't want to be that paranoid husband. He doesn't want to snoop, but he can't ignore his instincts anymore. One day, while Brandy's in the shower, he looks at her phone. The messages are gone. All of them. Every conversation with the neighbor. Deleted. That's when you know, right? People don't delete messages unless they're hiding something. So Jason does what any desperate person would do. He installs software on Brandy's phone that backs up messages before she can delete them. And what he finds destroys him. Explicit texts between his wife and their neighbor, sexual conversations, plans to meet up, details about sneaking away together. The affair had been going on for months. But here's the part that really cuts deep. They'd been texting each other at a dinner party. All 4 of them at the same table, Jason, Brandy, the neighbor, and his girlfriend, eating, laughing, making small talk. And under that table, Brandy and this man were texting each other about sex acts they wanted to perform. Imagine sitting there, eating, making polite conversation, while your wife betrays you right in front of your face. Jason was devastated, humiliated, heartbroken, and he had no one to talk to. November 15th, 2016, Jason does what millions of people do when they're lost and confused. He turns to the internet. He logs on to Reddit, finds a forum called Relationship Advice, creates a username, Jason in Hell, and writes a post. The title, "I'm having a hard time coping with my wife having cheated on me with our neighbor." He lays it all out, everything. The password on the phone, the deleted messages, the explicit texts, the humiliation of that dinner party. He tells these strangers he still loves Brandy. They have 2 young kids. He doesn't know what to do. "I don't want to throw away 7 years of marriage, but I don't know if I can get past this. I need advice. Please help." The response is immediate. Hundreds of comments within hours, and the message is clear. Leave her. Protect yourself. Protect your children. File for divorce. Some people are harsh. She's playing you for a fool. Others are sympathetic. You deserve so much better. But everyone agrees, this marriage is over. Jason reads every comment, spends hours talking to these strangers who show him more empathy than his own wife has in months. And slowly, he makes a decision. He's going to ask for a divorce. November 16th, the day after his Reddit post goes viral, Jason sits Brandy down and tells her it's over. He expects anger, tears, drama, but Brandy is calm, almost too calm. She says she understands, says it's for the best. They agree to co-parent peacefully, to tell the kids together when the time is right. Jason is relieved. Maybe they can do this the mature way, for the kids. That night seems completely normal. They take Charlie to her dance recital, watch her perform, clap and smile like nothing's wrong. Afterward, Brandy goes to the craft store for pipe cleaners for Tyler's school project. They come home, put the kids to bed, say goodnight. Jason goes downstairs to sleep in the basement like he's been doing for weeks. Brandy goes upstairs to her bedroom. And that's when hell breaks loose.
4:30 in the morning, November 17th, 2016. Jason is sleeping in the basement when he hears screaming. His mother-in-law's voice. Pure terror. The kind of scream that turns your blood to ice. He runs up the stairs. When he gets to the kitchen, he sees Brandy. She's sitting calmly in a chair. Her hands are covered in blood, and she turns to look at him with dead, emotionless eyes and says 5 words. "Now you can't take them from me." Jason runs to the children's bedrooms. What he finds there is every parent's nightmare. Tyler, his 7-year-old son, has been stabbed multiple times. Charlie, his 3-year-old daughter, the same. Both of them in their beds. Both of them gone. Brandy murdered both of their children while they slept. At 4:35 a.m., a 911 call comes in. The voice on the other end is chillingly calm. No panic, no hysteria, just flat, emotionless words. "Operator, 911, what's your emergency?" "Brandy, I just stabbed myself and killed my 2 children." The operator asks her to repeat it. She does. Same flat tone. "Operator, ma'am, are you serious?" Brandy, "Yes." That 911 call has become one of the most disturbing pieces of audio in true crime history. Brandy shows no remorse, no emotion. She calmly answers every question. Yes, she stabbed her children. Yes, they're dead. Yes, she used a knife. No, she doesn't know why. She also stabbed herself in the neck, but the wound is superficial, not a real suicide attempt. When police arrive, they find a scene of unimaginable horror. 2 small children murdered in their beds by the person who was supposed to protect them, and a mother who shows no emotion about what she's done. Jason is destroyed. He was sleeping 1 floor below while his wife murdered their children. Tyler and Charlie, the 2 kids he'd promised to always put first, are gone. And the worst part, Brandy did it to punish him because he asked for a divorce, because he dared to stand up for himself after she betrayed him. She'd rather kill their children than let him have custody. Brandy Worley is arrested at the scene, charged with 2 counts of murder. At first, she pleads not guilty. Her lawyers try for an insanity defense, but the evidence is overwhelming. The 911 call, the crime scene, her own confession. There's no way to spin this. In January 2018, Brandy changes her plea to guilty. At her sentencing hearing, the judge struggles to understand how a mother could do this. He says something that sticks with everyone in that courtroom. Sometimes there is no explanation for murder, darkness is in this world, and it penetrates minds and hearts. Brandy gets 65 years for murdering Charlie, 55 years for murdering Tyler, 120 years total, no possibility of parole. She'll die in prison. When the judge asks if she has anything to say, any apology, any explanation, Brandy declines twice. She refuses to speak. No remorse, no tears, nothing. Jason sits in that courtroom and watches the woman he once loved get sentenced to a century in prison for killing their babies. When it's over, he makes one thing clear. All I care is to never see her again, out of sight and out of mind. Act 6, The Aftermath. Today, Brandy Worley serves her sentence at the Indiana Women's Prison. She's 37 years old now. She'll likely die there. Jason Worley still lives in Indiana, still works as a software engineer, tries to live quietly, but the guilt follows him everywhere. The Reddit community that gave him advice that day has been haunted ever since. Some people blame themselves. If they hadn't encouraged him to leave, would the children still be alive? Others argue Brandy was always capable of this. It was only a matter of time. The truth is more complicated. Jason didn't kill his children. Brandy did. But Jason will spend the rest of his life wondering, what if I'd done things differently? What if I never posted on Reddit? What if I waited? What if I'd seen the signs? But here's the thing about signs. You only see them looking back. Nobody could have predicted this, not even the people closest to her. Domestic violence experts say the most dangerous time in an abusive relationship is when the victim tries to leave. Brandy was losing control. She was losing power. So she did the one thing that would hurt Jason most. She took away the two people he loved more than anything in the world. 7-year-old Tyler Worley died on November 17, 2016. He never got to finish second grade. He never got to grow up. 3-year-old Charlie Worley died that same night. She never got to go to kindergarten. She never got to learn to read. She never got to have a full life. They died because their mother decided if she couldn't have them, nobody could. This case raises questions that don't have easy answers. Could Reddit have prevented this? Should Jason have stayed quiet? Should he have seen it coming? Was there anything at all that could have been done to save Tyler and Charlie? Probably not. Brandy made a choice, a monstrous, unforgivable choice, and 2 innocent children paid the price. Jason's Reddit username was Jason in Hell. He chose it as a joke, a dramatic username for a dramatic situation. He had no idea how prophetic it would be, because now he does live in hell, a hell of guilt, grief, and permanent loss. The last thing Jason posted on Reddit was an update after the murders. He thanked the community for their support, said he didn't blame anyone for what happened, said he just wanted people to remember his children, not as victims, but as the bright, beautiful kids they were. Tyler loved building things. Charlie loved to dance. They were loved, they mattered, and they should still be here. This is the story of the internet murders, a father who asked strangers for advice, a mother who chose murder over divorce, and 2 innocent children who lost their lives because of an adult's evil decision. If you're in an abusive relationship, please reach out for help. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. If someone you love is showing signs of violence or instability, take it seriously, because sometimes asking for help can save a life. And sometimes the person you think you know is capable of the unthinkable. This is Internet Stories, and this
was a true story.